It's the Colorado Rockies. And your way next. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Max Scherzer. How about a report on him, Chris?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Alejandro Kirk, the new catcher now.
Now catching, number 30, Alejandro.
Also into the ball game, Miles Straw. He takes over in right.
Miles.
Just about ready to roll. Jake McCarthy getting ready to hit.
Number 31, Jake McCarthy.
And we're off and rolling in Toronto.
First pitch, 7:07.
Next offering is fouled back. Late swing, foul to the left. Scherzer ahead 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Just goes down and gets it. Looks like it's a breaking ball, but he's so good. Went down and got it.
Goodman.
Hunter Goodman, the next to hit. Now a quick throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Just off the inside edge. And that one fouled off. Just getting started here in Toronto. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now one missed.
They tried to get him to go. Chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Next offering is down low.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Hit weakly on the ground. The flip. There's one.
He's out.
To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
One out man at first. This is Willie Castro. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fair ball. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second and he's safe.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board. Get 2 runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
Goodman, the runner at third. Castro over at second with 1 down. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. And now the first baseman. Two outs, 2 in scoring position. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Here's the 0-2. That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
2 on, 2 outs. Inside, almost got him. Comes the 2-2. Payoff pitch. And they're all loaded up.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 20, Troy Johnston.
So digging in, Troy Johnston. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Now the 0-1. Curve in the dirt. And a count 1-2. Bases loaded, 2 down. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. In the air, right field. And that's the 3rd out. Rockies leave them loaded. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here at Rogers Center. And towing the slab for Colorado in this one, Ryan Feltner. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
That one off the mark, and it's 1-1. Feltner, the tall righty, 190 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. Ball. That misses the zone. Ball 3. That one in there across the letters.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Out towards right center field. McCarthy under this one. One up, one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Now the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
One out, runner at second. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays.
0-1.
Man at second. And fouled off. The 1-1. Slap the other way, foul. Swing and a pop-up. Ritter gets there. He's under it. 2 down.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 7, Kazuma.
So up next, Kazuma Okamoto. That one packed up the middle, and it gets through. Runner around third. He scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So 2 down. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
Oh, that pitch is out.
The 1-0. It's in and out of his glove. Still able to fire over. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. Max Scherzer goes to work. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. But it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, he did all he could at short to try to make an amazing play and almost got it done. But good hustle down the line, and that's an earned infield hit.
No outs. Runner at first. Next for Colorado, Kyle Karros.
Ball down.
The 1-0. There's a strike. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Doyle on at first, nobody out.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And delivers outside. Ryan Ritter in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. .3-1 is on the way. On the ground to the left. Good feed. That's one. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Ryan Ritter. Fastball for a strike. Two down, nobody on.
Ball one. Ball, that's out.
Off the mark there.
Pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Checks over to first. Back safely. And now Jake McCarthy. And that'll do it. The Rockies strand one, still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. There's a strike. Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one upstairs. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's a 2-2. This to third. Zips it to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 7, the center fielder, number 5.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. That one at 95, missed up top, ball 1.
Let that change up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you.
That is the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Now in Toronto, on to the third inning. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. Max Scherzer back to work. Swing and a miss. Activity for the first time in that bullpen down there. Brendan Little, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Number 62, also throwing. Here's a high chopper. Okamoto. He takes it on his own and one away in the top of the third.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Willie Castro.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Willie Castro. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Inside.
Ball. That's inside.
And it's 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Ezequiel Tovar now at the plate. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Swings through that one for strike 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one misses. And the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that one ripped into right. And that is that. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They're down 1-0. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
0-1. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-2. And that one missing low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Snags it on the run. One down.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, George.
Back to the top of the order, George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. A changeup missing. Ball 1. And it's fouled away. The 1-1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Pitch misses. Ball 2. And there's a ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Got him swinging.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
2 down, base is empty. Now here is Jesus Sanchez. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
Well, this is the type of hitter you want up in this situation. Some sluggers coming up behind him. He's so good at moving runners, but also getting on base. See if he can be patient here.
Line to left. And that is that. Down in order go the Blue Jays. But they still lead it 1-0. Start of the fourth. So in now for Colorado, number 7.
T.J. Rumfield.
Swing and a bouncer. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Up next for Colorado, the right fielder, number 20, Troy Johnston.
And now the right fielder, Troy Johnston. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. And there's a strike to the outside corner. 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 0-2. In the air, right field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Colorado, the left fielder.
Stepping in, Brenton Doyle. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Ball, that's high.
2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Next for Colorado, Kyle Karros. He's 0 for 1. There's the strike. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Next pitch downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the tying run at second. Mad Max notches the K.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Gotta make a move, make a play. We don't fall off, levitate. Bossed up, feeling like I can't lose. I've been running up the plate through the back door. Feel like Shaq when he snapping, broke the backboard.
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Brennan Bernardino.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First time up was a pop-out.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Just missed. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen. Jimmy Herget getting loose out there. Bernardino, in his third season, he features a sinker, a curve, a cutter, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Back to the mound. It hit him. Gathers and throws, but it's not in time. And I'm sure they'll go and check on the left-hander now. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Man at first, nobody out. Kazuma Okamoto will hit next. And takes low for ball one. Guerrero gets his lead at first with nobody out. In the dirt, but kept close to second, and he threw it away. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that's part of the risk when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Even as good as catchers are these days at blocking pitches, that one just got away enough, and that takes the double play opportunity away for now.
Man at second. Swings and misses. And the count is 2-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Got it. And there's one down.
Oh, that's almost just not fair with that pitch. I mean, until the very last second. Looked like it was going to be well in off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner. Tell you what, frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch. I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do with that as a hitter other than just tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Runner at second here, one gone. Just
that ball went out.
missed. This one in the air, right field. And that's a base hit. Vladdy coming around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart.
Struck left field. And a base hit right there. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Struck out swinging his first time.
Nope, that's it.
This.
Two on, one out. And a foul ball. On the ground to first, and that's a foul ball. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. In the dirt, blocked. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. That's a base hit. Run scores. Throw comes in and holds a runner at third. They're out the corners now with still only one away.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there, letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brennan Bernardino won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm, Zach Agnos.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Miles Straw getting ready to hit. He popped out his first time. And ball 1. Runners are at the corners, one away. Fastball almost got him there.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that one a little below the knees. And now 3-1. And that'll load the bases. Here's Andres Jimenez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
He's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One out, base is full. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, George.
So back to the top of the order. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Outfield deep here, tried to prevent anything over their heads. And that one hit to first. Nice grab. Nicely done for the out. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season. So in now for Colorado, Ryan Ritter, and he's already singled in this game.
All these Rockies doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Here's a 1-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. and he blasted it right past him.
Well, that high four-seam fastball becomes such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's just foul. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Rockies down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball match outside.
They're down to their final strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They can get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Backed off the plate that time. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.